Birthday Yahweh, birthday Shai, birthday Yahweh, birthday Shai, birthday Yahweh, birthday Shai. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Yahweh being your name for the Heavenly Father, Yahushai being named for his only begotten Son, who the world everything calls God and Jesus Christ. I give double honor to the elders and the apostles of great millstone that taught me his truth and rule well. This salutations to you, hopeful like pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahushai, coming to you know less the spirit power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Just a quick in transit lesson before camp. Just going into knowing what's going on within the world right now. You know, a lot of people got to pay attention of the things that's happening and taking place within the world, and actually realize that these are signs of the end. You know, you don't want to get too comfortable in the society. You know, when things may be looking, you know, to turn a different way, and you know, in quote unquote a positive direction. You know, you don't want to let that distract you from actually what's happening within the world, man. So I got a precept up here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out. This is second address 9 and 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before. Okay, so that goes into what I was saying, man. You pay attention to what's happening with the prophecies in the world. You know, you got these plagues that are hitting upon the earth, and you got a lot of death and destruction that's to come. And a lot of people are getting very complacent and not realizing that, hey, these are times that were spoken of within the Bible. We are living at the very last end, man. Okay, so you should be paying attention to a lot of the stuff that's going on within the world, as far as what's happening in Iran. You know, the different wars that are gearing up. The nations are getting angry, tensions are getting high. You know, they just put an update, I believe, in UN. You know, about famine is getting ready to happen, man. You know, and the scriptures talk about that. You know, at the end times you shall see signs, and it talks about there shall be famines, earthquakes, and pestilences, roughly paraphrasing, in diverse places. You know, that's Luke. That goes into Luke, the 21st chapter. You know, I would pull it out right now, but I'm driving. I can't really type in any precepts to bring up other than what's on the screen. But within that one precept, all three of those things that are listed are basically happening right before us, man. There was an earthquake recently somewhere within the U.S. I believe it was like a 3.9 or something like that. That happened. You know, that goes into paying attention to events like that, goes into measuring the times. You know, every day you should be at least checking RT. You know, alternate, you know, news media sources. You know, sometimes now, you know, people like to even use social media because the mainstream media is so tainted, and you can't really trust anything that they put out. So a lot of people will use alternate sources to find their news. You know, go into the YouTube, pay attention to brothers' videos and channels, and watch what's happening around you, because the scriptures say that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. With the heavens shall pass away, you know, with a great noise. Roughly paraphrasing, man. Okay, and that means that day is going to come and catch a lot of people off guard, because you really got people out here that's thinking that, you know, this is just a normal thing, that, you know, this coronavirus is going to be gone, you know, which they may lift stuff up and put things back to normal, but you really don't know that, man. And you have to really pay attention to exactly what's happening with this virus, and see the bigger picture of what's happening here. You know, this isn't just something that can just blow over and everything's supposed to be cool. No, man, they're making moves behind this thing, and ultimately they're gearing up for the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip implant, and making that mandatory. Because there's no coincidence that with this virus, now there's multiple sources talking about famines are coming, especially over there in the UK, man, in those regions. And brothers have done countless videos, been pushing out, saying, hey, look, one of the things that's possible to hit next is famines, you know, starvations. But that's something that was written of thousands of years ago, that all these things would be taking place simultaneously. You know, it's one thing people say, oh, well, famine's been going on in the world for a long time, for decades. Yeah, that's true. But it hasn't been happening in conjunction with a world pandemic. You know, it hasn't been happening in conjunction with a world pandemic and wars and violence and uproars of the people, and stores being boarded up. You know, people losing their jobs, people getting laid off. You know, a family member of mine last week told me that, you know, she got laid off. I've been working on that job for a long time, man, and was just giving me advice on how to invest in stocks. But that was a spirit, because, you know, my spirit wasn't really resonating with that. You know, now's the time to invest type stuff. And this place is going down. I mean, I'm not knocking any brothers that may be doing stuff like that and making moves like that, but, you know, you got to really pay attention that, hey, this place is over with, bro. A lot of these stores right now, I'm driving down in Westport, you know, I'm parking, and a lot of these stores look like they just going out of business. They just they closing up shop, man. They can't continue to make their payments for their rent, and the government can't just waive rent for every damn body. So these businesses are shutting down, man. You know, it's a wrap for these people, man. And if you're not paying attention to the signs that are around you, then you're not going to be able to mentally withstand the trouble that's ahead, because it's going to be stressful. You know, people are going to go through different things. You know? But man, hey, really pay attention what's going on. That's basically, you know, the spirit of this lesson, the subject of this lesson. You know, hey, the day of the Lord is coming. It's here. It's nigh. Hey, and there's more things that's getting ready to happen now within the next few months. You know, they just came out with a news article too in the U.S. that it hit its peak, its all-time high, or second highest day for deaths of the corona, you know, quote unquote. You know, we don't necessarily believe the amount of numbers that they're pushing out, but they said it was like over 3,000 deaths in one day. Now at this point, the numbers are basically surpassing the numbers that was pushed out in China. So a lot of people are saying peace and safety and everything's about to open up, but we just had like the second highest day of deaths. They could easily keep this place shut down even longer, man. And what are you people going to do when you can't feed your children? You got to think about stuff like that, man. But the Lord said that, hey, his servant shall eat, his servant shall drink, his servant shall rejoice in that time. But you people, man, hey, you're all going to be ashamed. Because the ones that are going to be protected and sealed are the ones that truly believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, that's been laboring doing his work, that's been warning the people, keeping the commandments. We have angels encompassed round about us, man, protecting us. It's going to make sure we're okay. Brothers right now are still getting fed. Brothers are getting jobs and stuff in the midst of all this stuff going on, man. Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is looking out. But we're not going to take, you know, whatever little bit of a bread that we may receive or comfort we may receive and get too comfortable and ignore what's going on around us. Because, hey, this is it, brothers. You know, brothers and sisters, we about to be delivered up out of here, man. Okay, so, you know, keep watch. Pay attention to these signs, these prophecies, man. One of the things that's going to happen next to the spirit is famines. Starvation is going to come, and you're about to see some crazy earthquakes and quote-unquote natural disasters, man. Esau's playing, manipulating with this weather, and that chip is on the way. You know, keep the faith and keep pushing, man. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the top of this truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully, that person this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.